Accessories are not only the easiest way to update your outfits, they're also the most cost-effective way to give the clothes that you already own a modern makeover, which is why I'm shining the spotlight on 20 fab new accessory trends to love this summer. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome to my channel. Now, before we jump into the accessories, which there are 20 very cool accessories I'm sure you're going to love, at least a couple, if not plenty of them. But I just wanted to remind you about the 50-page shoppable summer style guide that I created. It's $4.99. Every item that I feature is shoppable. So I will leave a link to that guide in the description box below if you decide you want to go and check that out. But let's get on with these accessories because there are 20, so there is a lot to get through today. Now, the first summer accessory that I'm really excited about, and I know that this one is going to be a little bit of a tricky one because it's not going to be for everyone, but it is worth mentioning, and that is chokers. Now, of course, a lot of us saw and loved and wore chokers back in the 90s, and they're here in a really big way. From memory, Christian Dior featured chokers in their runway shows, and a number of other designers jumped on that bandwagon as well. And in terms of chokers, there seems to be something for everyone, from sort of metal hardware type chokers to even woven and crocheted style chokers. I know last summer was all about sort of rosettes worn as chokers. This summer, we've kind of moved into lots of different options, but if chokers are for you, then there are plenty of options to choose from this summer. And again, they're just an interesting piece of jewelry to make a simple minimalist outfit sing. Now, this next one has my name written all over it. I absolutely love it, and it screams summer vacation to me, and that is wooden jewelry. And in particular, I've seen some gorgeous earthy, chunky wooden bangles and some beautiful wooden beads worn sort of layered with other necklaces. I love this kind of earthy, chic kind of styling, and it just makes it easy to wear a simple outfit. And I'm thinking beautiful linens and natural fabrics teamed back with some of these earthy pieces. And that leads in really nicely to this next trend, which is chunky bangles. And that's anything from beautiful, colorful resin bangles to chunky cuffs. And again, it's just a really lovely accessory and a fun way to add a little bit of interest to an outfit. And the thing that I like about this particular trend is that you can kind of go as far as you would like. You can keep it minimal and just wear one or two, or you can go a little bit extra and really stack up your bangles for a fun look. So it's kind of, you choose how far you want to go with this trend, but there's something for everyone. Now, this one is more of a niche trend, but I'm calling it sort of double trouble. And what I have seen is doubling up of belts and bags. So the bags doesn't surprise me because we are seeing more sort of larger totes returning to fashion. And so they are being worn with a small little purse to not necessarily match, but teamed together and worn together. And I'm also seeing double belts. Now, I particularly love this trend. I've got a double waistbanded pair of jeans from Zara, which whenever I wear here on my channel, I get lots of comments about. So this is sort of a similar thing, but using accessories to create that sort of interesting waist detail. So double belts, it's a little bit of fun, and you can team a leather belt with a chain belt, just kind of adding an extra layer of interest to an outfit. Now, this next one I'm calling statement hardware, and it seems to be everywhere, from belts to handbags to shoes. There definitely seems to be this kind of interesting metallic hardware detailing that, in my opinion, just adds a real flair to a very simple piece or a simple accessory that we all need to wear and use. So these statement pieces I've seen kind of everywhere. Tory Burch, Ferragamo showed them on the runway when they showed their spring summer collections. But I am here for it. I think the statement hardware is just a simple way to add an interesting element or a design element to some of the fashion favorites that we wear every day. And at this point, I'd just like to say a very big thank you to the team at Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's episode. Now, I have a Squarespace blog, as I'm sure many of you already know, and the shoppable style guide that I mentioned earlier is actually for sale on my Squarespace blog. And that's one of the reasons that I love Squarespace. You can do pretty much anything on a Squarespace website. You can manage all of your subscribers. You can send emails out straight from your Squarespace website. There's kind of nothing that Squarespace can't do. I have said before, they probably can't choose your outfits just yet, but I'm sure they're working on it. Squarespace actually has some cool new AI features that help you start a completely personalized website with a new guided design system called Squarespace Blueprint. Now, what I am excited about today is that the team at Squarespace have given me a discount to share with you, and that is to save 10% off your first website or domain. Now, what I suggest you do is whip on over to squarespace.com, take advantage of their free trial, get familiar with the site and how things work, and when you're ready to push play, simply use my unique URL, which is squarespace.com/The Style Insider, and my code, which is The Style Insider, and that will give you that discount. I will leave a link in the description box below to make it easy for you. But if you are keen to launch yourself online this year, then Squarespace is most definitely the easiest way to do it. Now, this one almost goes without saying, but I am including it because it is something that I'm seeing all the time on my feed, and that is baseball caps. Now, I know that we see this every season, but what I am seeing more and more at the moment is baseball caps being teamed back with some more unexpected outfits. So maybe some more slightly dressier, stylish outfits and teamed with a baseball cap just to give them that little bit of a kind of a casual look and flair. I love the idea of that sort of high-low dressing, and I did talk in a video recently about baseball caps being worn with a scarf wrapped around over the top. I'll find a shot here so I can show you. That's a bit of a step too far for me, but I do think baseball caps are practical for summer, and they also add a little bit of color, a pop of color to create a cohesive outfit. And of course, they're going to keep the sun away. So they definitely get a thumbs up from me. Now, next up, I'm calling this one party bags. And it's because they're a party. They're fun, they're colorful, they're just really interesting and textural. There's kind of just such a beautiful array of gorgeous statement bags that really just do all the talking on their own. So you can wear a very simple, minimal outfit or just some basic Bermuda shorts and a t-shirt and use your party bag to kind of create the wow factor in your outfit. There are lots of options here, and some of them are really affordable as well. So if you want to just add a little bit of something extra and create some fun and color in your outfit, I think adding a party bag is a really easy way to do it. Now, I did just touch on belts, but belts are very much a happening thing this season. And you probably know, I've talked about it a little bit here on my channel, that certainly some of the oversized blazers and dresses are all being cinched in at the waist. This season is all about our waist, which makes sense that belts are having a really exciting moment as well. Now, there seems to be something for everyone, from chain belts to leather belts of different thicknesses. And as I touched on earlier, some really gorgeous statement buckle detail and sort of hardware detail on those belts as well. So if you haven't been a fan of belts before, maybe think about adding one to maybe an oversized tee or a dress or even a blazer, but belts are really going to up the ante on an outfit and just add that little bit of extra something. Now, this trend just doesn't seem to go anywhere, and you're either going to love this one or hate it. There seems to be no middle ground on it. And let me know in the comments below what you think of this trend, and it is mismatched earrings. Now, this one does seem to keep popping up from season to season, and I've seen some really beautiful pairs. So the ones that I like that seem to kind of work really well together is earrings of the same kind of genre, and they look similar, but perhaps they're a slightly different shape. So it's obvious that they go together as a pair, even though they're not exact replicas. There are also the trend for wearing completely mismatched earrings. I think that this is something that perhaps gets a little harder to pull off the older you get, but this whole trend for wearing mismatched earrings is definitely having a moment this spring, summer. But as I said, let me know in the comments below what you think of it. Would you wear it or not? Now, I couldn't put an accessories video together without mentioning statement silver jewelry. Now, We've seen gold jewelry having a moment for a number of years now, and silver is starting to make its way back into the fold. That's a really fun thing, and mixed metals is very much a happening thing where you're sort of wearing silver and gold pieces together. But definitely I'm seeing more and more statement silver earrings and, well, jewelry as a whole, but definitely some statement earrings happening in a silver color. So have a look at whether silver is for you. I know it doesn't suit every skin tone, but if silver is a metal that works for you, definitely take a look at some of these statement silver earrings. Now, when it comes to accessories, there seems to be a real trend for wearing red accessories this summer. And I know that red's been having a moment just in fashion in general, but red accessories are really having a moment. So think red shoes or a cute little red purse, a red cap or a baseball cap, a red belt. Some of these red accessories are, again, just another easy way to add a little bit of punch to some of the clothes that you already own or some of the outfits that you're bringing out to wear again from last season. So you can up the volume a little bit by adding some red accessories and just giving them a little bit of a modern look and feel. Now, this one will not be for everyone, but socks are definitely being worn with sandals and shoes this summer. And as I said, this is going to be a divisive trend because you either love this one or you loathe it. I'm kind of on the fence with this one. I do have some socks and some Adidas Sambas on today, but it's kind of something that I have to proceed with caution when it comes to styling. But definitely some really pretty sheer socks, some metallic shimmery socks worn back with some sandals, some pumps or some trainers are, in my opinion, it's a good look. It's a fun look. It may not work for you depending on where you live. That's going to sort of make it a little bit hot to wear. But socks and sandals and shoes are definitely having a moment this summer. Now, I'm blaming Celine for reinvigorating this trend for wearing metallic framed or metal framed sunglasses. Now, I talked in a recent video about chunky framed sunglasses returning this season. So there seems to be these two different styles, the real sort of chunky acetate frames and also the smaller, finer metal frames as well. So there kind of is something for everyone. I'm not seeing the larger aviator style in the metal frames though. I'm definitely seeing more of a smaller, rounder lens. So there are the two options available with the sort of the chunky, oversized sunglasses and these more finer, metal framed sunglasses as well. But if you're looking for a little bit of a different look in eyewear, these slightly smaller metal framed shades are the way to go. Now, this one's probably not surprising either, but layered necklaces are here for summer. And in fact, most summers we see our jewels being layered up. This season, they're being layered with chokers and also with some beads, teamed with some of our gold and silver necklaces. So it seems as though everything is being layered up and worn together this season. So if you are wanting to make a statement with your jewelry, it's all about just wearing it all and wearing it together and enjoying the pieces that you own. And that leads in really nicely to the next trend, and that is for colorful beads. Now, I've seen lots of beads in different styles, different sizes, from really fine colorful beads to chunky statement colorful beads that are choker style to different lengths, even some much longer beads, but definitely colorful beads are having a moment. I always think that you have to be a little bit careful when it comes to beads, especially as you get older, because they can age you or date your outfits. But I think some well-chosen beads are also a fun way to add some kind of color to an outfit. When it comes to bags this season, everything seems to be a little bit larger, and I'm sure you've seen some of the oversized totes that are happening. But in general, if I had to sort of generalize and look at the summer bag style, it would be more of a slouchy, kind of hobo style bag. So bags are definitely a little less structured for summer and a little more sort of slouchy and beachy, if you will. Kind of makes sense. It's more of a summer vibe, more of a sort of a on vacation vibe, but definitely slouchy handbags and purses are where it's at for summer. And one of the things that you should always keep in your summer bag is a beautiful summer scarf. Now, scarves are always a hit when it comes to summer, and I think you can tie it around your shoulders or your neck if you're getting a little cool in the evening, but also they're just a great way to cover up, to add some interest and some color to an outfit. And as I said earlier, they are being worn with baseball caps. I know that's not going to be for everyone, but it is another way of adding a little bit of a modern look and feel to your summer outfits. But I do think that every slouchy bag needs the next fun accessory for summer, and that is a beautiful summer scarf. Popped inside, and you never know when you're going to need it. You can even tie it onto your bag for a little bit of interest, use it as a belt. A summer scarf is a must. Now, when it comes to accessories, I do think you can't go past some great footwear, and if I had to choose one pair of shoes to love all summer long, it would be a great modern pair of Mary Janes. There are so many options out there. They are flat, they're fabulous, so you're going to get that comfort. There are lots of different options with little strap details. They're being worn back with some cute little socks or on their own. They're a versatile, practical shoe that is going to just work with most of your outfits. So in terms of footwear accessories, I think a great pair of Mary Janes is an easy way to update your summer outfits. Now, last but not least, and this one won't be for everyone, but I have seen a couple of content creators when I've been scrolling on Instagram recently, and they had added some of their own jewelry to their shoes. So things like brooches and earrings that attached to like ballet flats and mesh style Mary Janes, just kind of adorning their shoes with jewelry. Now, I think this is probably from, as I mentioned earlier, there's the kind of the hardware that's been added to some of the shoes this season, and this is probably a DIY version of that. But I did think that it was a really clever, fun, and easy way to get more use and wear out of some of your jewels and to update some of your footwear options that perhaps you're getting a little tired of, or you just like to jazz up a little bit. But I did think that this was a fun thing. I will try and find these content creators, and I'm sorry in advance if I can't find them again. I will remember, or try and remember, to screenshot these things when I see them, because it's so frustrating when I can't find them again. But adding some of your jewelry to your footwear is, I think, just a whole lot of fun. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye for now.